Charlie, sell 10 lots of
Hello, Doc. What's happening over there?
Judy, Mr. Kelly on 4.
You're sending our markets crazy this afternoon.
I've got some extra.
Everything seems to be going with gold and silver.
Copper at 60.
Well, how far do you expect prime rates to go?
60. 3 lots of silver, 3 months. 5.
Well, that would depress the economy, so keep yourself protected. Right, speak to you on Monday. Doc says they're talking of the prime rate going over 20%.
We'll be late, Daddy.
That's only a charity do. In any case, Her Royal Highness will have so many hands to shake, she'll forgive us.
Yes, we've got that copper for you.
Colonel?
The imports from Brazil, sir.
Oh, thank you, Arthur.
Daddy, we really will be late.
Here we are. You're a perfect godsend, Arthur. He does all the jobs around here that the rest of us don't have time to do.
Then perhaps you should introduce us.
Huh? Arthur Price.
I'm very pleased to meet you.
You must be new here.
Well, actually, it'll be 6 years on Monday.
You train a girl to be a perfect PA and she goes off and gets married. You're not going to get married, are you, Arthur?
No, I wasn't thinking of it just yet, sir, no.
Ready, my dear?
Yes.
I'm just planting some polyanthus, Arthur.
Yes, come in, Mrs. Marsh. Thank you, Mrs. Marsh.
All part of the service. Arthur,
Yes?
I've been worried about you. You're always pacing up and down, half the night sometimes.
I'm terribly sorry. Is it disturbing you?
You disturb me, Arthur. You never go out in the evenings. You never bring anyone here. Haven't you any friends? A girlfriend?
Well, to tell you the truth, I mean, it's so corny you won't believe it, but I've fallen in love with the boss's daughter. In fact, I've been in love with her for years. I mean, you should see her. She's absolute perfection.
Dear. Is her family rich?
Yes.
Does she know?
Well, how could she? I mean, we've never really met except in the office where I just gaze at her and, well, I can't get near her. I don't know how to. And, well, after all, I'm really only the office boy.
Well, people do get promotion.
Well, I don't see much chance of that. I mean, I'm not really executive material, and even if I did, I wouldn't know the right things to say to her.
I'm sorry, Arthur. I'm too old-fashioned to advise you, but you could smarten yourself up a bit.
Shareholder, no Hortons.
I wish I were. No, I do work there, though.
How's the old place doing? I worked there too, once, rather briefly.
I don't remember seeing you there.
No, I was in the Brussels office. I don't suppose anyone's encouraged to talk about me. Kind of rather a cloud, if you know what I mean. Blot on the old escutcheon. Charlie Prince.
How do you do? Arthur Price.
Yes, Only one letter between us, Prince and Price. Ah, I needed this. Big. He used to call a remittance man. You know how families used to ship their black sheep off to Australia or somewhere? Send them an allowance as long as they kept out of sight. Well, a family lawyer sends me a registered envelope, first of each month. Cash. They wouldn't allow me to open a bank account in case I write more bounces, so I get the lolly as long as I stay clear of the family circle and live under a false name. That's better. I'm beginning to see straight. Bad day. Locked out. Pardon? Locked out of my squalid hotel. Couldn't pay the bill. And they won't let me have my luggage. So where do I sleep tonight? In the park, I suppose.
Look, just to see you through, I have a room and a spare bed.
My dear fellow, it's extremely good of you. The trouble is I haven't even got a toothbrush, not unless I can get hold of my luggage.
Well, now, how much do you owe the hotel?
200 and something pounds, service compris.
Well, now, look, I was saving up for some clothes, but I could lend you that money until you receive your next registered envelope.
That's in 10 days' time. I'll repay you every penny. And I'll give you my share of the rent. It used to belong to my great-grandfather. On my mother's side, it's the posh side. He was ambassador somewhere. It's airtight, damp-proof, and proof.
I made up the bed for you, Mr. Prince.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so glad you've got company at last, Arthur.
Right. No, I try beer, but only for chasers. You won't see much of me in the evenings. Thing is, I'm pursuing a bird. She's a bit short of brains, but absolutely loaded. You still haven't told me.
What?
What you want of me in exchange for the loan and the bed.
Well, what I want of you is, what I haven't got. I mean, I suppose you'd call it, style, but I thought if we were to share the room, you see, I thought some of it might rub off on me. Not just the accent, I mean, well, your way of doing things.
No, that's just Eton and Oxford. Took me 7 years. Good actor could pick it up in 5 minutes.
And we're roughly about the same sort of size. I wondered if now and again I might borrow your clothes.
Never thought I'd be in the dress hire business.
Well, we could take it off your share of the rent, you see.
Rent? Oh, yes. Yes, of course.
Hello, your father's in the boardroom.
Oh.
It's a lovely day, isn't it?
Yes.
And that's a very lovely dress.
You like it?
Well, I shouldn't say how much, not to my boss's daughter.
I do wish you wouldn't be so menial, Arthur.
Yes. I'll be presumptuous then. I'd like to take you out. I have a copy of what's on in my office.
I don't care what's on. What's on is as follows. At Studio 1, a French film. At Studio 2, an Italian film. At the Cine Centre, a film described as the erotic experience of an era. There are also the Chinese acrobats, the Balinese dancers, Madame Butterfly, and, of course, the mousetrap. Arthur, I don't care what's on. I'd like you to take me out.
Tuesday or Wednesday or...
Tonight?
Tonight?
And then, yes, I know. Right, that's
Well, as Granny used to say, I must powder my nose.
Aha! Postman. First of the month yesterday.
Oh, registered letter for Mr. Prince.
Yes, that's me. Yes.
Sign, please.
Here it is. On the dot. Look, would you mind if I gave you my share of the rent next week? This bird's costing me the earth.
About the £200.
What?
I mean, what about the £200 I lent you?
Can we leave that till next month? Someone owes me, too. Look, here's 20 for expenses. Who's this girl of yours?
I'm not telling you. You'd only laugh.
Is you're ashamed of her?
No, the opposite.
Oh, you want to impress her?
Yes. Could you...
On a small budget.
Yes.
Well, to start with...
Hang on.
Wine. Anything decent is ruinous. You say, they've a rather good house wine here. Flinty sort of burgundy. Care to try it? You can always send it back. It'll save you a fiver. Taxis. Man who gets taxi always gets the girl. You go into the Ritz, by the Piccadilly entrance, go through the hotel, and out to the other entrance where there's a commissionaire. He gets the taxi, and the girl is staggered by your insolence.
Do I tip the commissionaire?
Give the bastard 10p. The girl won't know it isn't 50. Could suggest some changes in your vocabulary. Don't say toilet, say loo. Don't say serviette, say napkin. For God's sake, don't say pardon. Say what?
Fine.
If it breaks below 70, we could have charter selling, but it's only...
I'll take one.
Going to buy 100 pounds of copper at £80.
You're very smart these days, aren't you?
Well, fine.
Thank you, sir.
518.75 against 510.
It's thanks to my Aunt Mary, sir. I was her sole heir. She was rather well advised on her investments.
Ooh. I'm glad for you.
Thank you. Look, I must have something.
Take her slumming. They love it.
And in any case, you know perfectly well that only senior partners are authorized to deal.
I heard about this revolution on the early morning news. I dashed into the office at 8. There was absolutely no one here I could consult except the cleaners. And so I sent the telex on my own authority.
You've landed us up to the neck in a deal that...
John, can you spare it?
No. Well, it looks as if your unauthorized telex has probably made us a great deal of money. Well done, Arthur.
Thank you, sir.
Just off to the Palmers. My bird's friend's got a place there. She's paying my fare. I'm sorry, but you'll have to manage without my wardrobe.
I need it.
Oh, hard luck. You can have that suit and the shirt still at the laundry.
You owe me 5 weeks' rent and the loan, 300 sodding pounds.
I'll send you a cheque.
You've got no bank account, you told me. I need the clothes and I need the money.
That's your problem. For me, it's palm trees, white beaches, and the tinkle of ice in rum cocktails.
What are you doing, Arthur?
Mr. Prince has gone abroad, and his damn trunk takes up far too much room.
You might have hurt yourself or scratched the paint.
No, there's no damage done. Eleanor, I wondered if I could put it in your cellar just for the time being. He wants it sent on, you see.
Well, I hardly ever go down there. Right out of this room. The lock's awkward. I'll let you in. There's his uniform trunk. And that's his tin hat, as we used to call them. The dent is
Really?
German shrapnel. And he was killed by one of our own bombs. I hardly ever come down here. Too many memories.
Morning.
Mr. Charlie Prince?
That's me.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You're an angel. And he does deserve it.
Register office wedding, I suppose?
Yes. Neither of us go to church.
Oh, good. That's easily arranged.
Well, that's not quite how I saw it at all, sir. I saw Anne radiant in clouds of white, bridesmaids, the choir, the crowded church. In fact, I saw her with the best of everything. You do want the best for your daughter, sir?
Of course. Of course, that is a way of putting it. It would be an opportunity to get together and celebrate as a family.
Daddy, let's ask all the family.
It's all right, Miss Tanner, I'll go.
Oh, good evening. We've called to see Mr. Prince, Charles Prince.
All right. I understand he's gone abroad.
Did he leave a forwarding address?
Not with me. Won't you come in a moment?
Thank you.
Arthur! It's a gentleman to see Mr. Prince. Arthur is a friend of Mr. Prince. I'm sure he'll be able to help you. Such a nice man. They share the first floor flat. Well, that is until Mr. Prince went abroad. He did leave a trunk. It's in the cellar.
Arthur! You live here too? We've come to see Charlie. He's my brother. We used to call him Prince Charlie. Bonnie Prince Charlie.
Strange. No forwarding address. I'd like to see that trunk.